Wild Will Manufacturing. Got some cool stuff.
What type of cool stuff?
We got sliders. Sliders. There's another part to that over here, but got sliders. We got spacers.
Spacers?
Spacers. Got spacers here.
What do we need the spacers for?
To make the KTM wheels fit from a KTM Supermoto.
Oh, so this is Supermoto.
It is. From the weird 17-inch spacers on the front. Yeah, that's what it is. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Oh, sponsor words.
No.
Words. Oh, what is it?
We actually have a sponsor.
We do?
You! With your Stark referral code. More at the end of the video.
Please help us.
I know. I keep breaking parts. It's not because I'm using an impact.
It's because he's using an impact.
That's what Sammy thinks. But Sammy's gonna go ride on the Supermoto track tomorrow while I work.
Oh no. Look at that.
Got some slicks.
They're like 12 years old.
Yeah, I wonder what the date code is actually on these. But these wheels are from a KTM 450 SMR.
And for the folks who don't know what that is, can you give them a little breakdown?
It is the factory Supermoto.
Factory Supermoto.
Yeah, so this one's from an early factory Supermoto. This stand really isn't meant for these bikes because it is trying to tilt forward. Downside of using these Euro bikes that don't have flat bottoms.
There's a joke somewhere in there.
Yeah, there's a joke. I'm going to let you make it yourself. I'm not gonna. But I don't have a ton of front rotors, so.
I don't get an oversized rotor?
Not right now.
Rude.
I know. No, you just get a dirt front rotor. You really shouldn't be out braking these tires anyways, because I'm a little worried about the rubber.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rubber's any good. You'll find out tomorrow. If it gets hot and it just starts rolling. Did you already go by the ATM to get your cash for the track?
No. I was hoping I could just steal your wallet.
Yeah.
It's empty. I saw bats flying out of it lately.
Oh, that was my pet cricket. Did you let him out?
That's
They started putting Loctite on these. Yeah. That's right. But I will be a good one, and I will hand start these.
Oh wow, thank you so much.
The petty compliance.
Wow, look at this.
Wild Will Manufacturing. A lot of his products are available on...
Insert.
Nope, I got it. Great Lakes Supermoto.
Insert right here.
We have that new local series, Great Plains, and every time I think of Great Lakes Supermoto, Great Plains overrides in my brain, and I'm like, it's great. And the Plains tries to pop in. But anybody doing a Supermoto conversion should definitely know that I'm waiting. Suspense applause. You're gonna have a smaller wheel set, so you need to make up for it in the gearing. This bike came stock with the 12 on the front, and I had a 14 laying around. I just threw a 14 on it, so make up for the difference in that manner. And then we'll put these on. I've got a big rotor kit, but I don't have the right adapter and everything all lined out, so Sammy just has to suffer.
That's okay. I'm so good I don't even use brakes.
Yep, you just coast through all the time.
What are some things that people should know about Supermoto if they don't already?
Actually, it's a great question, because if they're riding on the street, you need to make sure that you buy good tires. There's a lot of brands out there that sell Supermoto wheels with like CST tires, and just like everything in the world, tires make a big difference. And Continental makes a very good Supermoto tire. I'm a big fan of the Michelin Pilots. Those are a really good tire. Other than that, you also have to realize that some of these race wheels are 16.5 fronts, and you can only purchase a 16.5 tire for it. I'll get there. You cool your jets. Most of the Supermoto tires you're going to look for are going to be 150. They range from 140, 70 to the 160s. Ooh, that's so snazzy.
What is that, 3/8?
It is a 3/8. You just put a little 3/8 socket in there.
Woo-hoo.
And then he's got this slider that just screws in there, and you use a 5mm Allen, which...
We don't need those where I'm headed.
Nope. Yeah, you better not crash this bike.
Or what?
It's my race bike.
Oh, your race bike. I see. Uh-huh. All right. Have fun with those race bills for it.
I was already paying them.
No.
But, actually, I'm really glad you brought it up, because there's almost a technique to putting in.
A technique?
But, slight detour. If you buy KTM,
go check them out.
If you buy KTM wheels, just put your Stark spacers in the KTM wheel. Ka-chow. Okay? In the front, you need the adapter spacers for the front. But
or the Supermoto wheels.
For the Supermoto wheels, some of the dirt KTM wheels, you can use the dirt KTM spacers, but that is only for the ones that have the same axle size. I'm not here to lecture you on that, but so I'm going to show you the super secret technique of putting a Supermoto wheel in. You have to like lay it in here, kind of like that, because you got to get it around the brake. And I've got a guard here, so it's only going to make my woes more significant. Oh. I think one of my brake collars fell out in one of the mudders because the brake pads are kind of wiggly in there, and those little brake collars in the caliper, they hold tension on the pads, and I don't really have the tension anymore.
Whoa, what's that?
That's his slider he's got for the rear. Ignore this weird little spacer thing because
Ooh, cool.
because the stock Stark bolt stripped, so I don't really have an extra one of those. This is not supposed to be this hard. Yeah, it's supposed to be that easy. Yeah, so we have to kind of jerry-rig this, and I'm sorry to do that in front of you guys, but she wants to ride this weekend, and Stark hasn't gotten us the replacement parts yet. They are coming, but they're not here in our garage. And then, same on the other side. He's got it all milled and everything. No numbers on it, but I'm pretty happy with it. You can just measure it. You've got the line on the swing arm, and you just reference it off of that. Nice and easy to install. On this one over here, I just put the axle on the ground, and I just took a mallet and walked it off. It comes off just like this. It wasn't too bad. It took me about 2 minutes maybe.
That looks really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You excited to go ride tomorrow?
Very excited.
I'm a little jealous.
Why is that?
Because it's my stomping ground.
Ooh. one of the places.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So what was all that? Why
So-
does that tire look so weird?
It's because, so, the wheels sometimes are not centered. And when they get built, they don't really center them sometimes. Warp 9 seems to be pretty good about it. KTM wheels, like the OEM factory wheels, seem to be pretty good about it. But sometimes they'll be off to the side, and your chain will rub. And sometimes you'll have here, I'll actually exaggerate it so we can create the situation for you guys. So sometimes they'll be like this, and you'll put them on, and it'll just be like, and what's happened is the rim is shifted over towards the chain and sprockets. And if you are not confident with it, then just reach out to your local dealership and see if they can adjust your wheel. Essentially what you have to do is loosen one side of the spokes and then tighten the other side so you can shift the rim over in association to the hub. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So I've already changed the gearing, already got the wheel swapped out. You gotta tighten everything up, make sure it's all buttoned up, and then wifey's gonna go for a little play ride down the road.
Woo! I love you.
Let's go. So what do you think?
It's pretty good. It's definitely still a dirt bike.
Yeah, still got small tires on it.
Yeah, it's 16.5s in the front and 17s in the rear, so.
Does that make a difference?
Oh, well, right now I have horrible tires, so I wish I had a little bit better, but because it's a 16.5 in the front and a 17 in the rear, I'm very limited on what type of tires I can actually put on there. So finding them right now has been a crux. But I do wish it steered a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these are 21 millimeters in the front, and I wish we were closer to like I think a 16, 15-ish.
For the triples, yeah.
Triples, yeah, that definitely would help out with the steering a little bit. It also doesn't help that it's been raining all day, so.
Yeah, it's just
a moist track.
Just now getting dry. Still got some mud spots. It really doesn't help the mud. It's just it didn't even rain hard enough to wash it all off the track.
No, it just stays there. So
yeah,
it's definitely exciting and fun to ride. So
how old are the tires?
I think they're from 2012. I think the 31st week of 2012.
Nice.
So just a little old.
Almost vintage.
Almost.
So I see you got some modifications here.
Yeah, I have.
And
our friends ride it. The slide guards definitely did their job.
Yeah, they did.
So holding up to the testament of time for them, it definitely works.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, my blinker's on.
That's a blinker. Did your titty turn on the blinker?
I think so.
Yeah. had some mini bike guys out here.
Yeah, they're trying to start more of a circuit out here for mini bikes and supermotos. So if you're in the Oklahoma region, you have a supermoto, you should come out and ride.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. What percentage you at?
62. I think I just did like a 20-minute moto.
Yeah.
21 minutes. So.
Well, and you took off with like 87, so
Yeah.
really only used 15%.
Not bad for Supermoto for sure. I do have a little bit of, not really a hindrance, but I have a 14 tooth sprocket in the front and I think like a 36 in the rear. 38?
48.
48?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, even worse. So it's definitely geared a little longer than I think I would want. But at the same time, it's kind of been nice because I'm not fast whatsoever, but it is really smooth off the bottom. Like, I guess it's very linear anyways, but...
What map you been running in?
I've been running in map 2, which we have ours roughly around, I think, 30 horsepower, but it gradually goes up to like 50, I think, with no engine braking right now. I definitely realize that I hate engine braking on a track. I lose the control and speed that I would want, so that's definitely been a hindrance. I got to ride my old Supermoto though, so that was fun.
The old 701.
The old 701. I definitely find myself more active on that bike and a little bit faster. I can't tell if that's because I'm more active and I'm actually able to use the clutch on that how I used to, but this for smile factor is definitely way more fun.
Well, and you're picking up the pace now that it's drying out.
That is true. I've definitely grown a pair now that it's actually dry. But no, it's definitely fun. Supermoto is definitely the way to go. It's
miles per mile.
Smiles per mile, you know, being a motard, but
yep.
That's what it's all about though. Find a niche that you like and you enjoy and just go for it.
Yeah, and it's so nice that we were able to get used KTM wheels and just slap them right on the Stark.
Yeah.
I am very happy that we put those sliders on because
honestly, nothing's ruined.
Yeah, well, and
I think the front end got a little tweaked as expected. I'll probably insert the video of our friend crashing.
Yep. But it was pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Been a mirror, but you know, a mirror's a mirror. They're like 15 bucks.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It's fun. Probably gonna go do some more laps.
Hell yeah. Love you.
Do you want me to ride with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, I didn't put my little straps on.
Your little buckles?
My little buckles, it'll fall off. What you doing?
Looking for the right Alan.
Oh no, where'd Alan go?
He never came home.
Alan, come home.
Appreciate you guys. Hey, big shout out. Thank you for everyone who likes and subscribes. If you are buying a Stark soon and you have not done a referral, if you have a friend, use them first. But if you don't, hit me up. Same name on Instagram. Hit me up. I'd love to have you as a referral. You get $300 in Stark cash, and I get $300 in Stark cash. Appreciate it, guys.